Palworld is going to be a giant distraction to the Pokemon TCG hobby, especially if you're someone that is looking to collect as well as invest in some of these sets. Here's why. Now, Palworld is this new TCG that just released worldwide and has become a huge talk of any TCG, Pokemon, hobby, whatever YouTuber that decides to talk about this type of thing. And everybody's going crazy about it. Now, a lot of this stuff was available for pre-order on eBay for as low as maybe $50 to $60 a booster box about a week ago. But since then, it has grown exponentially. I mean, it's nearing $200 a booster box at this point. And so people have been losing their minds about it. And here's what I think about any TCG that people just suddenly want to invest in or buy in or whatever it is, or just magically be super fans of of any kind of TCG, is that there's a lot of people that are just out here to make a quick buck. And it happens with pretty much every TCG that's been around for the last couple of years. Of course, they've been established already, but any card game that was like very affordable over the last few years has drastically changed. And here's why. It's because people are looking for a way to buy up all the supply, creates this false scarcity, and be able to pump the prices for a lot of this stuff to be able to flip it for much more money. How do I know this? Because there's Discord groups, there's people that talk about this sort of thing, even for just singles. So this definitely happens with booster boxes and sealed products, especially for items in trading card games that aren't as popular or not as popular as Pokemon, to where they could buy a whole bunch of this stuff and be able to create this pump in price very, very quickly. We've seen this a lot. Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, now it's Palworld, right? We've even had like big influxes into Magic the Gathering. And so a lot of this is just creating this huge exponential growth in some of these prices and products that are sealed, and now we're just kind of laying dormant for some time. And yeah, a little bit it's just going to be like, oh, well, it was underappreciated and blah, 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 right? Of course, that's what these people are looking for. They are looking for something that's been sitting around on shelves, sitting in inventory in these stores or just an online store and haven't really been moving into where they can be like, ooh, I know what to do. Because people FOMO into everything, right? And so if they can create that little bit of urgency into a new trading card game, that's what they're going to do. And they've been finding it pretty relatively easy. Because one, for Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball Z it's been a popular IP for decades, right? TCG maybe not so much, and prices for some of the cards were very, very cheap. And even for like PSA 10 graded serialized cards, they weren't super expensive. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit, maybe a couple $1,000s here and there, right? Yeah, that's expensive to some people, but relative to other TCGs, not really. Because remember, One Piece and Pokemon have cards that are 5-6 figures, so and relatively speaking, they're actually pretty cheap. But what do these people do? These people go in and buy up all this stuff because it's something new, it's something shiny, and they just want to jump into it. And a lot of it, I kind of play a part into some of these investor bros, these crypto guys, these people that just before did not give a shit about any of the card games on planet Earth until recently. You know why? Because they're losing money. They've been losing money for almost like 8 months straight since the top and peak of Bitcoin. I don't remember, I guess like around the holiday season. I don't know. But pretty much since then, they've been bleeding money, right? And so they're trying to make up for wherever that comes from. Now, this is all speculation. This is just me putting on my tinfoil hat and just taking a wild swing at it. But it kind of makes sense, right? I've seen crypto podcasts and crypto people jump into Pokemon because they have a lot of money and a lot of capital, and they're just trying to make up for their losses that they have heavy bags into some of these assets. I think this is what they're doing. And right now, because Pokemon, right? We're in the summer slowdown. Not a lot of this stuff is appreciating as fast as what it was, and we're on our third straight set in a row that people are just kind of mid about. And so some of these people that are also crypto botters, scalpers, whatever, that used to just make money and just printing all this shit for free, not really happening for them because it's kind of been flat or going downhill for the last few months. What do they need to do? They need to find the next game that they can pump up as much as they can and sell it to suckers that think it's just going to make them rich. And here comes Palworld. So Palworld, again, last week, these boxes were going for what? Like I said, $50 to $65 a box. Now, I think they're approaching about $170 a booster box. And that's before shipping and taxes and whatever. So it's pretty damn high, right? 300% times 3, whatever you want to say, in the course of a week. Come on, guys. If you guys are buying into this stuff, you deserve to be holding this bag because this thing just released. Do you not think these people are probably going to reprint this product again? Of course they are. And these people that bought all this stuff and that are ripping it, you know what they're doing pretty much right away? If they're not trying to flip the booster boxes right away, they're ripping all these cards, sending them off to grading, and just try to pump up these cards as much as they can, as fast as they can. Because right now, it's a brand new, right? We don't know the print quality. We don't know how all this stuff is going to be. We don't know the rarities. I'm sure that's come out by now. But the thing is that we don't really know what the demand is. But right now, it's very, very hot. So if people can grade these cards and send them back and get them, sell them to you guys or whoever's buying this crap, they're going to make a quick buck and they're going to jet out of here the moment that shit hits the fan or when Pokemon's ready to pop off again, which is coming up very, very soon. So with Palworld, I just suggest everybody just take a step back and don't jump on the hype train. It doesn't make any damn sense. Why would you now suddenly want to buy a product that was $50 to $60 a week ago and now think it's a good idea to buy it at triple the price? It doesn't. It's the same damn people that are going to buy Ascended Heroes for $180 today and think it's going to be $500 by the end of the year. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't make sense. Do not jump into this hype train. Now, I'm sure there are some people that actually genuinely like the game, are very interested, and are actually competitively playing it. I'm not saying anything about them, and I'm not going to sit there and try to watch all the content and figure out who's genuine, who's not. I just think this is just a little tiny distraction away from Pokemon just because people cannot make a quick buck. The line isn't always going straight and to the right, and so they're trying to find something else to make their money in the meantime until Pokemon becomes a little bit more tasty again. So that was my only little bit of a rant. I just wanted to talk about it just a little bit. Do not buy into the hype. Do not buy a booster box for $180. It doesn't make any damn sense. Wait till other products come out if you're really interested in this TCG. And like I said, just like any other card game that has been pumped recently, don't buy an absorbent prices just because everybody is chasing you right now. Go to somewhere else, stick to what you know, and buy what makes sense. I'll see you guys next time.